Dum da dum. Looking good. Dum da dum. Looking good. Dum da dum. Okay, nice. Audio works. All right, welcome to the stream. I had to do a couple of other things, but I'm finally back to working on the drums from Starboy. And I just had a look at this. And this is like a super complex loop. I'm just realizing how much more complex it is than I thought. So in the last stream we kind of made this knocking 808 like the kick and this 808 here, which I guess is a good starting point. But if we listen to this, there's like a constant bass sound. Maybe that's from a synth. Like if we just listen to this here, and this shouldn't be difficult to recreate actually, but it seems like there's a buzzing sound in here that's going throughout the entire loop. And then there's the kick, then there's the 808, there is percussion low, there's a noise head, there's percussion high, and well, this is layered with a kick, but there's a clap, and possibly 2 different claps. So I'm gonna focus on the percussions and the hats for now. And I just want to do like a quick Instagram thing so people can see that I'm streaming. I want to be doing like a different type of stream in the future. So first of all, this Friday there's the Black Friday stream, which is actually gonna be pretty cool because Nexus 5 is coming out. So we're gonna be having a look at Nexus 5, with which you can... Actually, I'm gonna show you this because this is quite cool. There's some screenshots that leaked. No, this is not where it was. KVR Nexus 5. Where is it? So there's 1,000 new presets, there's new oscillator types, new FX, new insert FX, sample import and all that shit, but there's this screenshot which is on a different page. Anyway, bottom line is that you can now create your own presets with it. So this is what they showed us so far. I don't really know where there's an editor somewhere in here. I don't know if it's like a separate thing or if you can just like double click these and then something else opens up. Or it's probably, no, I think of it. So this is the FX section and you see these FX here. So that means if you click on one of these, you're gonna see it here. Yeah, so it has like oscillators and all that stuff. And on this Friday, I'm gonna be streaming. I haven't decided for the time, but I'm gonna be streaming. I'm gonna create some patches with Nexus 5 there. And then also, I want to do a little live stream where we recreate sounds that you guys can bring me. Yeah, so that's the plan. Okay, cool. Let me just... why is my phone not doing anything? There we go. The drums from Starboy. Let me add the live thing here. Live. There we go. And then I need the... Oh, hey Hector, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Let me just grab the link here. And let me copy that over into my notes. Cool. It's not showing up in my notes. There it is. All right. Well, we can close all that crap here. Don't need any of that. And you're gonna see my screen now. Yes, nice. So let's figure out how to make these. I think I'm gonna start with this one. So it seems like there's a head on top. Yeah, you can see there's... Or maybe not, but there's... Okay, so this is the percussion and this is the head. Okay, this seems quite doable. We have a fundamental and we have some overtones here and there's some noise for the attack sound. It looks like though these are two different sounds. Like the high end looks different here. What's going on there? So what's happening here? Okay, so it seems like there's maybe not a hi-hat on top of it. I don't know. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into the microtronic again. No, we don't need Kick Ninja. Do we need it? No, we don't. And this is gonna be the, well, this is the perk low. Make this black. And then we're gonna open up the microtronic. So for those who haven't seen the first stream, the Starboy, the original loop was made with the microtronic from Sonic Charge. It's like a drum computer. If it would be making a sound. Why is it muted? Oh no, this is... Okay, it works. Nice. It's a drum synthesizer. And I'm trying to replicate the drums now. Because apparently they're pretty much made from scratch. So first things first, we need a note. Let's just place a note somewhere. No, actually not somewhere. We're gonna just use the first oscillator. Damn, that kick is punchy. Nice. Okay, so what we're gonna need is not that crap. You can... Oh shit. Let's just get that out of the box. Can we unbox that? Unfold, ungroup. Yeah. And let me turn my phone off because it's quite annoying. All right. We need reference. So we're gonna load up our ProQ, our vision. Actually, I'm gonna use the preset on the master and the shaper box oscilloscope. And we want to sidechain the perk low channel to both of these. And we're gonna get a vision in here. Actually, we need only vision on the master. I think it's fine like that. So let's initialize the preset by... How do you initialize the preset? There we go. Come on, stop. Cool. We don't need the noise yet. We just want the sound. So we need to figure out. No, this is not the perk. This is the wrong one. It's called 10 per glow. That's the right channel. Right. So what frequency are we on here? And we want to loop that. I don't want you either. Cool. Okay, this is strange. This is very strange. Why is it like, is there a way to... Oh, you can fine tune, okay. Because it's not a perfect note. It's a half, it's flat. Yeah. Okay, the amplitude is a little bit too loud. Actually, this, what is that? Sound morph. Oh, I don't want to morph the sound. Actually, we can keep it up a little bit. Now, the interesting part is gonna be, and we'll probably have to, so is there a pitch envelope? Let me see in the chat. Okay, no one's there. Yeah, let's have a look for, I'm too zoomed. Oh, there we go. Why is it not starting here? There we go. Okay, it doesn't really look like there's a pitch envelope. Like it's really just starting there. So that means we need to get the overtones with some distortion here. Okay, my suggestion is now that we make this, actually, no, we make it faster. That's too fast, actually. Let's do it like that. I think we can like get rid of a little bit of that. Yeah, that looks good. And then we're just like gonna make this a little bit smaller. So we can put them on top of each other. And see what's actually going on. So first of all, this is too long. It's more like this. You can see some of these overtones popping up. So this is 680. What is that? 680. Okay, so the overtones seem right. It's kind of interesting how the distortion changes. It's more like that, right? Seems like the attack might not be that clicky. It's pretty interesting, like the distortion is pretty close now. Hmm. What if we play like the whole thing? Can we see that in the instrumental? How does it look like on the instrumental? Like if we take this one from the low percussion and we put it on the instrumental. Okay, so this is too long. We can see the amplitude fades off quite early. It's actually pretty short. Is there... That's the pitch modulation. Very short, yeah. Very, very short. Okay. Is that too much distortion? Because this one seems a little longer. Or is still the amplitude too long? Hmm. How are we dealing volume-wise here? No, I mean, not on this one. What is that? Why is there a phase invert? What channel is that? Wait. That is... That's the instrumental. Okay. Well, that doesn't really matter. So it says that the amplitude is actually higher, which is interesting. Hmm. Oh, it's a little bit too loud. I'm looking at these little peaks here and trying to match the volume. It's more like this, right? Yeah. Hmm. There's something weird here. Well, we can't freeze it, but like these double things here on the red line, they're more shifted towards the left. I don't understand how that happens. Is it like a pitch thing? I mean, maybe it's supposed to be like that, but... Okay. Like, why is there more energy here? So the distortion is somehow it's really quick. And on this one it's more like... It's more longer. Kind of confuses me because if I make the amplitude longer, I also make the distortion longer. So if I have the right distortion amount, then the only thing I need to match is the amplitude. But to get this amplitude to be as long as this one, I mean, that's basically the amplitude. There's no bending in there. Is there modulation in? What am I doing here? Yeah, that's not it. Okay, so... Oh, wait. Could it also be a triangle wave? We didn't try that yet. So this is 32. Triangle wave adds a harmonic at 1K. Right? 1K, okay. There is one at 1K. So it's also possible that it's a triangle wave. Yeah, but now the amplitude is too loud. So we need more distortion. I mean, how does it sound like? Sounds like a wooden percussion. I feel like the triangle... So there's a different relationship of the harmonics here, of the uneven harmonics. If I turn on the triangle wave. Okay. I don't understand why this loses energy in the beginning. Like, I just don't... Can we like change that with the EQ? I mean, not really. We can just amplify it. This is really weird. Amplitude around that is quite close. Yeah, we definitely need like a slow attack here, but like not super slow, just getting rid of the click. Okay. Like this is more red, which means it's louder. Okay, that we can confirm that here. The other one is too. Yeah, so now it's loud enough. Oh, what's going on here? Why is the harmonic not picking up? Wait, what did I change? There was something... Wasn't this one louder before? Oh, it's just because of the click. It's still becoming very loud, yeah. Okay. Okay, so that's not a problem. It's more like this. It looks different. Why is that? There's so much energy here in this 700k thing. I don't get it. I mean, we can boost it 700, but like... Is that the solution? Maybe it is. Maybe that is the solution. So the harmonics stop at like 2k. So this one is barely visible. And why is this peaking so... Like this needs to be... This is too much here. The harmonics don't add up. I don't get it. How can this be the same distortion but not add up? The noise is definitely... It's more like this. We can actually see how long the noise is if we use shaper box and sidechain and audio, and we should be able to see it. Yeah, so this is the noise, right? Yeah, so that part is the noise here. So that's how long the noise is. How long is that? Is it like milliseconds down here? If it's milliseconds, then it should be 15 milliseconds, what we can see down here. Oh, no, not this one. It's more like this. Can we make Make this visible. Okay, it seems like it needs to be like... Oh, we can also do that. Maybe it's like this more. But the noise is like around that length here. It's like 80, 20. Okay. Seems to be a little bit longer. Like that. But the amplitude is also different here. I think this one is lower. I mean, we don't really have a compressor here, so that might just be post-processing. But the noise is quite obvious here. Like, why does it... Like, you barely can see the noise in the waveform, and the other one is very obvious. I don't get it. Pretty sure it's like that. Filter shape. Well, I don't know about that. But it's definitely pretty bright. Because if we look at the sidechain, we can see there's a lot of noise here. I mean, the waveform starts right from the beginning, which indicates that there's no attack here. Because if there would be attack, we would have noise first and then the waveform cycle would start. Because if we just have noise, it looks like this. And the waveform cycle is there. Maybe it's filtered noise, I don't know. Maybe it's more like that. But now it's too long. It's clearly too long here. It doesn't go that long. It goes like maybe until here. Okay, we can try the clap shape as well, but I don't think that's the... And maybe the clap shape works better. Also something in the low end here. Not sure where that's coming from. It seems like it's more filtered in the mid-range here. If you look at the frequencies, look, that's too bright. It's more like that a little bit. There's something with the attack that sounds different. It doesn't sound super punchy yet. And like now it looks like the amplitude is too high. Like the volume of the oscillator is too high. But if I switch the relationship too much, we have almost only noise here. Yeah, there's too much noise. The original doesn't have that much noise. Do I need an attack now? I don't know. No, that doesn't make any sense. No, there's no attack here. I mean, it's pretty close, but the original one sounds nicer. Okay, sorry, I didn't have a look at the chat, but I tried with Bad Romance. You mean like recreating the sounds? I tried Bad Romance. Yeah, I did for Electro 2K, I did a few sounds. Bad Romance is actually pretty interesting. Very cool sounds. I think you can do all of them with silence. I'm just like working on a drum pack, and that's my main focus right now, but I'm gonna be moving over to synths as well, and then we're gonna recreate some synths. How do you choose plugins from dozens of plugins? Does it take a lot of time, or is it try and error? Do you categorize plugins? So most of my work, I can actually show you because it's a very good question. Most of my work is sound design, so I use different tools than someone who focuses on making music. So when you're making music, it's a very creative process, and you want to have like tools that are like more easy to use and that like can give you results quickly because you want to stay in that creative flow. But I use a lot of very technical tools because I'm like very precise with like creating the sounds. For me, it's not like I don't have to keep a creative momentum going. It's just like I need to find a plugin that does X for that. And actually, as of today, I wanted to reorder my plugins because I ordered them some time ago, and they're pretty good, like the way they ordered. But I kind of want to throw out some stuff I don't use. But basically, the way I have it ordered is I have all the instruments plugins that I use frequently. It's in here. So everything that like generates a sound. I have time-based FX, which is like just like reverb and delay. And then I have like a lot of mixed FX plugins. I have the Ableton Basic, so plugins that come with Ableton that I use. I have here, and dynamics and saturation. I used to think like, okay, so this is a little bit different, but I used to think a lot of plugins are bad, but like what I figured out is that they all have their purpose. It's the problem is when you have a lot of plugins and you don't know how to use them, then you're really just like, oh god, what am I gonna use? Like I'm gonna use that or that. Like out of the plugins, I can tell you So for example, transient master, I've used it a ton of times as because it used to be my go-to transient shaper. I now replace it with a new one. Thermal, for example, is a very complex distortion plugin, but I haven't used it much. So yeah, I don't know this plugin very well. Saturn is one of my go-tos. I know it very well, and I know for what I can use it. Standard clip 2, it's just like get a hang with the plugin for a while, and then like you know what the plugin does, and then you know what plugin to reach for in specific occasions. I have so many distortions plugins, but when I'm making a snare, I wouldn't use rarely ever like use the Arturia plugin, sometimes Decapitator, most of the time it's Saturn. It's just like what you've seen to be working in certain occasions. So yeah, but I'm not sure how I want to recategorize my plugins yet. I just want to clean it up a little bit more, and want to have it like I kind of imagine it as a like when you're in your kitchen, you have like this drawer full of different spices, and that's kind of how I wanted to arrange it. But I don't want to have spices in there that I don't use. So always when I'm like cooking this, I can reach for that. That's kind of how I'm imagining it. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do that. Thanks for keeping the streams. Yeah, I won't delete them. Like you can rewatch them afterwards. What else do we got here? Do you work in music full time or do you have other gigs too? Yeah, I do this full time. Will the newbie pack all 80s inspired sounds? No, so what I've been working on was just a few of the weekend sounds. I have like a list. So the new pack is more focused on modern drums. It's gonna be a follow-up of Dr. Drums, but with a focus on newer drums, because Dr. Drums was focused on the very rough 2010 sound. And like with this new one, I want to go in a really polished direction in contrast to what I did before there. Yeah. Hi Dandelion, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. We're recreating some drums here. Drinking some coffee. And talking about plugins. No, I'm not gonna delete them. You don't have to download them. They're like gonna be there. Don't worry. Yeah, I have a few plugins that I'm not sure yet which I want to buy, because Black Friday is always the time where you can get like, you can make pretty good deals if you buy the right plugins, but you can also like waste a lot of money if you just buy stuff. So there's a few things I'm not sure about, which I want to buy, including more distortion plugins. There's one, which one was it? The black box. I want to try that one. Yeah, there's a few ones. I want to keep going here though. Like, how is that stereo wise? What's on the sides here? So I want the utility plugin, and I want to hear sides only. Okay, this is really interesting. Somehow the transient is on the sides, which is impossible to do with the microtronic. Like, you can't put anything in stereo with this thing here. Oh, wait. It does. It does have a stereo option. This is very important information we just found here. So I'm isolating the... Wait, let me just go... Am I doing that? No, I'm not isolating it. Where is it? Oh, I'm on the master, but it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna put it on here. So I'm isolating the sides, and you're not hearing any of the tone. So the tone is in the center, which comes from this oscillator. But some of the attack is on the sides, which is stereo. And the microtronic has a stereo option, which believes me to think that this is used here. Let's have a look at Shaper Box. So the cool thing in Ableton is that I most of the time I don't even use the collections to find plugins, because I just hit Control F and then type what plugin I want to have. I want to have Shaper Box, then I find it here. I want to have Nexus, I can find it here. So this is like that alone is for me a reason to switch to Ableton. Has previously been with FL Studio. Yeah, look at this. Wow. How did we find this? It's amazing. Okay, so we can even see something interesting here. There's a shape here. Let me see that. I wanna see, can we, I just want to have this. I want to isolate this percussion. I want to have just see the noise on my oscilloscope here. Is that possible? I think I just do it. That's what I'm doing right now, right? Yeah. Okay. There's some artifacts in there because this is an AI separation of the sounds, but so let's see if we move all the way over to noise. Is that even working? What are we isolating? Oh, there's a percussion. Because it seems like there's two attack sounds here. There's one attack sound. Like, what is this thing in the middle here? Like, what's going on here? There's an attack and then there's a tail. And like, none of these shapes are capable of doing that. Oh. Is it possible that it's like left and right? Split. It's not that one is the left signal and the other one is the right. Right? They look pretty identical. So why is there a volume dip in the middle of the noise? You can't do that with Microtronic. It has a clap, it has the straight envelope, and it has like a more bent envelope. Is there anything I'm not seeing? Choke. Doesn't do any of that. Oh, this makes the also very interesting. Creates like a queue. So we can see there's a little build up towards here. So maybe that comes from the filter. Like somewhere around here. Come on, go over, go, yes. And then bring it down a little bit. But it's quite flat actually. Okay, I thought Like, how is there a volume dip? That's impossible. There's no way to do a volume dip. Completely impossible. You can only do that. I have like a... This should be a clap shape. But it doesn't show you how it's doing it. Too bad. Okay, there's something we can't really figure out. Maybe the volume dip is because of the AI. That's also a chance. Okay, well. It's definitely shorter, yeah. It's more like... Let's use our ears. I feel like this one just sounds odd. It's too loud. Damn it. I mean, it's pretty obvious that there's some like processing on the master here. Or on the drums. Like the way it smacks. Actually, we should be able, just thinking of that, we can see. It actually creates a line. Is it really that steep? So where's most of the energy? Like, does it look more like this shape? Or does it look more like this shape? It's definitely a little longer here. More like that. Oh, it's too loud. It's also too... So what is that? A mid-range boost at 1500. That helps it. Okay, let's do that. Oh, you stupid idiot. What are you doing, Nathan? Of course that throws off the fucking balance here. Yeah, cool, okay. So how about you just boost here, where it's clearly needed? It's like 7, like 1,000, maybe around 1,000. Seems like that range is a little bit boosted. It makes it punch a little bit harder. I mean, that's too much, obviously. Why is that not? My MIDI keyboard is not... Oh, it's working. Okay, we'll consider that... I think we consider that a... something we can work with. Not too sure about the noise. Is there any way we can like figure that out? Noise looks always different. All right, let's go over to the next percussion. I think we can use it as a V1 perk low. Then we duplicate that and call it perk high. And then we're gonna have a look at the high percussion. Okay, interesting. 6 a.m. and watching a dude sound designing a percussion hit. That's the game. This stuff is so interesting. Like, I can spend hours doing this shit. It's just there's so much to discover and see about, like, you know, you see these waveforms here and like, what the fuck is that? But with these tools we now have, like all the, like an oscilloscope, the spectrogram, the equalizer, and then like options to sidechain the sound in so we can compare it back and forth. There's so many insights on how these sounds are made. And it's just like the discovery of figuring out how it's made is just so fascinating to me. Yeah, so we have another one here. It seems like it's a quite different percussion hit here. I think I've heard something like this just want to have a look at that in Microtronic in one of the presets. So we can like bounce some beats here. Boom. Why is it not? You should play some. Oh, there's no beat. Yeah, that's not what I'm looking for. I mean, there's even a chance that the entire drum loop from Starboy, or at least like a pre-modified version, is in here. Actually, I think I should like when I finish this drum loop, I should send Magnus, the creator of Sonic Charge, I should send him I should create like a preset that does the Starboy sequence and then send him that. Because I think it would be pretty badass if we can like get the whole sequence to work inside the plugin. I'm doing it one by one so I have maximum control over everything. Did I like post-process anything here? I mean, there's a little bit of EQing. Oh, on this one I don't have anything. Yeah, let's keep it just to the microtronic. And then ideally at the end we should be able to create one preset that has all the parameters dialed in like that. That would be pretty wild. Anyway, I wanted to open the Vintage Tonic. Can we... No, I just want to listen to this one here. So it's like a tabla drum. Just this fucking Congo drums. It's crazy. Oh, that's our folder. That kick just sounded a lot like... like the Starboy thing. Nope. I'm looking for specific percussion. Seems like it's not in there anyway. We're just gonna recreate it. Initialize preset. Go. Is that the right one? Yeah. No, actually we can ignore that one. We have this one here. But we want it to sound like that. Like, isn't there like reverb on that? Like how? How does that go? So clearly... Okay. Very interesting. We're gonna use the Vision 4X on the thing as well as on the recreation. Low cut. And okay, so first of all, we need to find the frequency. This is the percussion, so the frequency is a C sharp 4. Where's that? That's a little higher than that, right? That's like 8600, okay. C sharp 4, somewhere around there. C sharp 4. There it is. Okay, now things get very interesting. Because, okay, so what we see right here, this is our recreation and this is the original. But there's something in here which is not supposed to happen. I'm just gonna... Or maybe I just solved it. No, I didn't solve it. This harmonic here, I have no idea how we're gonna do that. Because the only way right now, I have another idea, but the only way how you can add harmonics right now, I'm just having the clean sine wave with distortion. You can see I can remove the harmonics and I can bring them back in. However, this harmonic in my microtronic here, the first one is at 1105 kilohertz. You can see that down below if I hover over here. The first one here is at 944. So what are we going to do about that? And the only reason for that... Oh god, this is hard. So there's the only option to create harmonics in a different way than this is using frequency modulation. So we have to use the pitch. We have to create such a fast pitch modulation here, either with this or this one, so it creates a different harmonic. And in that case, it's actually better to do that. You can see that? Now I'm creating these harmonics here. But it's like so random and very difficult to control. So I have no idea how to do that. That's actually quite difficult. And the pitch is actually off. By how much? Oh, it's on... It's like not perfect. It's on 50. So what does it need to be? Like a... There it is. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. No, so the thing is actually that Daft Punk did make this with the microtronic. There's a Instagram post. Who was it? Is it Il Angelo? It's one of the very popular pop producer. I think it's not Il Angelo, there's a different name. Anyway, he did post, like, I think he knew it from them. So like, he knew it from first-hand information, and he said that the Starboy drum loop is made using microtronics. So I'm not trying to replicate with a synth. It's actually made with that. So I'm gonna show you how I think they made it, because there's this story of Daft Punk making microtronic. Let's look that up. Microtronic PO25 or something. What is it called? No, microtronic with teenage engineering. So there's this story that I think The Weeknd was... I can't remember the story exactly, but I think he was in the recording room and he heard something through the microphone being picked up by Daft Punk, and they were playing this drum loop, and that was the drum loop for Starboy, and The Weeknd was like, yo, what the fuck is that? That sounds sick. And the story is that they were doing something on the phone, But what they're actually doing, they were using the pocket operator, which is, I'm gonna show you. Oh, you can see that, right? Yeah. Okay, so you can see that. They were on this thing here. Which one is it? There's one was made in collaboration with the microtronic. I don't know which one it is, but basically the drum you can use microtronic and control it with this thing here. And they made that loop on that thing here. Like it all makes, from all the information I've heard about this, it makes a lot of sense that this is the story of how the Starboy drum loop was made. PO32, yeah. Yeah, the tonic, that's the one. Yeah, Circuit is crazy too. Like he made so many like very popular songs. And like even his not so popular songs, they always have like super cool drums. It has like a weird way to communicate. You can like, I think it makes like a sound and then you can transfer from the plugin onto like the hardware thing. Okay. Can we do that shorter? No. Okay, we'll have to play around with this. I'm actually gonna mute that because I'm gonna go crazy if I don't do that. Yeah, I don't want to hear any of that. Okay. Let's modulate the frequencies. I think if I do it like that, it's just... Okay, so the noise thing doesn't work. It has to be this one. I'm just gonna slowly sweep through. I'm not sure if it's even possible. God. The problem is it also modulates the root node. Like, how can we figure out... Is there like a way to mathematically calculate how much frequency modulation we need to create the second harmonic? Probably. Oh, we can also go in the other direction, right? But I think this is too chaotic. Like, how does it even sound? Pretty cool percussions here. Maybe we'll have to push it down. Oh, it doesn't work like that. Because if I change... Wait, what? So if I... So changing this... pretty much has the same effect as changing this. mean, that's the frequency, right? Not really. But as soon as I bring this down again, like I can bring it up with this one and then bring it down again, but it's always gonna be the same. So clearly that's not the way to go. Maybe a different... Oh, wait. I forgot one thing. It's not even in the order. It's so odd. That's not it. There's no other way to create this modulation. The harmonics add up. I think I found something here, but only some of them. You can see like they're lining up here. But it sounds really different, right? Is there like anything? I mean the... So clearly that's like way too long, right? Yeah, okay, that's way too long. Ooh. We're onto something here. What the fuck? Did I really just like find the combination for the frequency module? I mean, it's not... It's a little bit off. But I think I'm really close actually. What the fuck? Can't believe that's... So what's the issue here? They're too close to each other, so the gap needs to be a little bit bigger. So we need to increase the modulation a little bit. And then bring it down. No, it doesn't work. I think it was on 370. We need to like back this up because I feel like I... What the hell? Okay, I need to like duplicate this because I don't want to lose the settings. So this is our backup. Back up. Oh, let's make this gray. Let's mute that. Yeah, I don't think the hardware adds any. I mean, obviously there's like You can add harmonics if you like go into the, if you're recording it, then there might be, but like the harmonics are so obvious here. Like this is actually the, like this is part of the sound. This is not just like how it was saturated. Actually, I want to eat something. Like some chocolate. Okay, so we figured out, what did we figure out? This is pretty close now. So that will reduce the distance. What if we increase it to 500? And go lower? That doesn't work, okay. For some reason, I can't get it to line up. But it's very close. Like, just the fundamental is a little bit too far over here. It's not right yet. Come on. I mean, this is very close. But now we lost the upper harmonic. There's an upper harmonic here. How does it change it if we switch to like a... Nope, too high. This needs to be somewhere around 9 here. I mean, this is really close here. Oh wait, oh, I had the distortion on. Oh, come on, there's a... Ah, God, actually, I'm tweaking the right one, but I forgot to turn off the EQ. Could have done that a little bit earlier. Because it does change the sound quite a lot. How's like in terms of amplitude? I mean like envelope. What's the envelope doing here? It's about right. It's not too off. Maybe like a little bit, very little bit. Like 1 millisecond. Shorter. It seems solid though. Okay, so this one is fine. But we're really close here. What frequency is it? What if we just boost that here? 2000. Let's go to 2000. Okay, we need to boost it a little bit up. And then just boost here. I mean, there's some stuff down here, like this harmonic shouldn't be there. Like this is very close now. So this is 370 and minus 9.29. Is that like a notepad? Isn't it like an info thing? To write that down. I want to write this down. Just those two numbers. Let's just write it down here. So what was it? It's minus 9.29 semitones, rate 370. Four. You know, I'm quite excited about this because this is the first time I'm able to actually replicate harmonics accurately with frequency modulation. Okay, is there any way we can get rid of the... Let's try to go one higher. So for some reason the frequency here in the middle is always there. Okay, what if we go like lower? Oh, let's go to just 9.8. It's always there. Okay, let's go to 8. Like 8.7. Seems like it just... Let's go to 8, just 8. Seems like it's always there no matter what. Okay, if we go to like 11. What the fuck? Oh, we completely lost it. Okay, so we need to hang around somewhere like 9 point something. What was it? 9.29. Just gonna mute that because I'm getting annoyed by the sound. There's always a lower harmonic. 9.29. 4. No, 370. Like this is the best thing we found so far. It sounds pretty good. I just want to see if I can get it even closer. Like does it... Like that shouldn't affect it if I change that. But what if I go from a C to like a... I don't know. To like a F. Oh, that's like, what was it? The C? C4, right? Yeah, let me write that down. Okay, so what if I go up? It shouldn't change that because it should be just the same game. But maybe it does change it and I'm wrong here. So now we have to go to like 14. 13. Very interesting. No. It's very off. Like it just doesn't work. Like there's extra harmonics in here. So the bass frequency matters actually quite a lot. Does that change here the... Actually that does change. Okay, let's stay on the sine wave here. What if we do an F? Go down. Yeah, that's too much. 370. Shouldn't it be moving down now? I don't get it. No, I'm lost. I don't know what it's doing anymore. Okay, it's going crazy. So the C thing did work. That was the best one so far. I'm just wondering where the hell this like extra harmonic comes from. Like why is this extra harmonic here? Like because other than that, it's like pretty fucking spot on. Like even this one is pretty good. This is now 7 with... Is it on a C? That's a C4. Paired. Hmm. Like this, I think this is even better. Sounds a little bit weird. Just want to compare it. 370. Like what's better? Come on. Like this sounds definitely the most... I wonder if there's also like a... It's not much. There's a little bit of like audio on the sides. the attack is coming from something else. We can dip this down and boost this one here, because it's just a static percussion. Doesn't really matter much. What is that? That is like 4K. Okay, let's boost 4K a little bit. Okay, we got 2 of the percussions now. Roughly. And then percussion low again. We're getting there. I mean, you can kind of tell. Okay, I'm actually gonna continue. I just need to grab a snack really quick. Why don't they? Oh, I think I need a scissor here. Oh no, it works. Sorry, this is probably really loud, but I just need to snack something. nice. So next, I want to do the hi-hat. Should be pretty simple. And then put that down. Did we check that the length of the high percussion is fine? Sorry. What's that? No, I want to see the percussion. It looks a little bit too long. Like not much, but a little bit. Let's do that. Yeah, it's a little bit too long. But like just a fraction. Let's do like 90. What if we do 80? It's too short, right? That's the wrong. Oh, Jesus. What is it, 94? I'm tweaking the wrong preset. Yeah, this looks pretty good. Just check. Let's have a look at the... This looks so much more noisy, I don't get it. I mean, it's AI separated, so it will always be more noisy. How are we in terms of the... It's almost like there's another percussion on top of it. And there's also something on the low end there. But then again, it's AI separation, so there's a limit of how much you can trust this thing. Seems like there's like... Yeah, this is like not bright enough here. This is not... We need more energy here. Just an observation, but... But should I just like boost this now? 25. Maybe let's just boost the overall noise level. There's a little bit more activity around that here. So it seems like... Like that maybe? So is the length good? Or is that shorter? So this is 26. Yeah, this is too short now. This should be better. But like the noise looks louder here. It's more like that. But actually now it's a little bit too long. So this is what we got so far. Slowly getting there. So the hi-hat next. Can start. Actually, let's duplicate that. Noise hat. Actually, I need something to drink. So I haven't really figured out where the noise hat is. So there's 2 hits here. There's another hit here. But it might just be there's some hits underneath there, like kick and like, I don't know, maybe snare. I'm just gonna pick one that's isolated quite well. Let's just listen to the original quickly. It's like, it's pretty good here. Pretty good isolation. It's just like, yeah, there's crazy amounts of low end in there that shouldn't be in there. Like if you look at that now, like this is not in here. This is just like AI crap. Like 100% that's not in there. Okay, so this is our hat. So let's make a hat. Let's loop that. We won't need that. So for now, I think we should be able to get most of it done with the help of these 2 tools. Is that, am I referencing the right sound here? Yeah, we can initialize that, right? That's a noise head, yeah. No, we don't want that. We want just the noise. Very short. Actually, we need to cut some of it here. And what's going on here? This is not the, like something with the reference. Oh, jeez, it's the percussion. It should be here. Yeah, now we're referencing the right sound. Okay, so here we have this little hi-hat boy. Let's just pull these up here. So this looks like, to me, let's actually enhance that a little bit. We're gonna make this shaker very loud so we can actually see what's going on here, like this. It's maybe a little bit too much. Then we'll also remove the low end because it's actually giving us wrong information. Like, no way this stuff here is like in there. It's just not. Like, that's more realistic. Okay. Is that working? Yeah, everything's fine. Okay, so the first clue we see here is that we have like a noise buildup here, which I think is because there's a resonance filter there. So we need to look at two things: frequency spectrum, because I don't think this will tell us too much. Yeah, frequency spectrum and oscilloscope. The thing here is we can't, or maybe we can, sync, because there's an attack in the beginning of the sound. I wanna, like, why are we not looping this? Come on, Nathan, what's going on with you? Okay, so it's very evident that we have a noise. Actually, it's not very evident. Wait, how is this shaker made? I mean, there's some attack here. I can see that. Oh, this is how you get it. Oh, jeez. This is how you get the volume gap. Oh, now I understand the noise envelope. So this is how you make the little gap in here. Well, it doesn't seem to be that one here. So then... it can only be that one here. With a tiny bit of attack. But like the envelope shape that we see here, it's actually, it doesn't exist. Is that because, like, is there some distortion involved in this? Maybe. No, it like fucks with the DC offset. Like you can see, it's that's not how it's supposed to look like. Okay, so it's not the distortion. If the DC offset goes off, can't be affected by the distortion. Can we see in the original waveform maybe the AI didn't filter that well? I mean, let's like just have a look at vision here. Yeah, the hi-hat has a little bit more energy in that range. And the amplitude is like, it's like a shaker. Okay. How does the waveform look like? Like, how does the waveform look like if we just... Can I, actually, let me try this. So the shaker goes in like about here. So I'm gonna duplicate this. I'm gonna take a equalizer. I'm gonna cut a 2K high cut, no, a low cut brick wall in linear phase. And then what do you give me? I want to see how that looks like. So I'm just gonna, I don't care about that. Where am I? Here. I'm just like gonna, I want to see how that looks like. Like I want to freeze and flatten that. Let's see. Let's compare that to our noise head. Did I do a better job than the AI? Probably not. But we can see more of a tail here. Because in this one, yeah, there's a lot of crap in there. There's upper harmonics here, but these don't matter. What matters is like the tail of the sound. I just don't understand how the envelope looks like this, because it has a hold, so the volume is equal here, and then it drops. And there is like an attack here. Which I don't understand quite yet. Maybe there's like, is it like swing that the shaker starts earlier? Like how is that possible if that's the grid? What can you do? Can you do with what can you do with microtronic? Like if you have a sequence there, you can do a swing. But a swing increases the distance between each hit. It doesn't reduce it, right? And that's also the first hit. That's kind of strange. Like I feel like this is, I don't know what that is. But I feel like that's actually not part of the shaker. It's more like that. I feel like we should try referencing that instead of the other one. What is it? Instrumental 1? Yeah. Instrumental 1. But like if like the end there's no way, wait. there's practically no way this envelope would have been used. Like, just by the fact that, like, look at how this looks like. Where's my... Why can't I play the note? Oh, it's not. Yeah, there we go. So the other option is that it's like this. Like, this envelope is... It's not possible to make an envelope like that. Like, this is too long. And this is too steep. And if you distort it, the DC offset goes crazy, so it can't be distorted. And if you use this one, you get a clap sound. If you distort it, the DC offset goes off. Like, how is it possible to make an envelope like that? It's impossible. I can get roughly the sound done here. But that's about it. It's such a simple sound. How is it possible to make an envelope like that? Like, I don't have any other option. What is the choke thing? What does that do? Choke group. Is there like a... I feel like choke is also... Read user guide. I feel like choke is also... like distortion, but maybe it's not. Finally, some features are not available or work differently in the PO compared to the microphone. The choke button. But what does the choke button do? Enable choke on a drum channel to have it cut off the drum channels that also have choke enabled. Oh, it's like stopping the sample. Okay. Is there something about the envelopes that I don't know here? Envelope. Where's the envelope section? Oscillator attack. No, I want to go for noise. Noise envelope. Okay, so choice is exponential, linear, and modulated. Default is exponential. Okay, so that's this one. I can have it open at the same time. So default choice and the most common, it creates a natural sounding fade and its decay phase. Its attack phase is also exponential, which is not common. Most instead have a linear attack. A long exponential attack will suggest a sound that has been reversed in time. Okay, this is like really not interesting. Noise attack. It depends on noise envelope mode, exponential, linear. The noise attack parameter controls the total time for the attack phase of the noise envelope. For the exponential and linear envelopes, this is the time it takes the noise envelope to go from silence to maximum. For the modulated mode, this is the total time spent triggering short clap bursts until the decay phase kicks in. An attack setting of 0 eliminates an envelope's attack phase and it makes the drum patch trigger at full amplitude directly. What does it mean? An attack setting of 0 eliminates the envelope's attack phase. Okay. The noise decay parameter controls the decay time or the time it takes and go back to silence. Yeah, there's like, this is useless. We already know all of that. So when I put this on 0, it does that. Right? So it has a similar to an exponential curve here. Is it like something that maybe stops the envelope? But it's so short. No, that's not it. There's nothing that stops the envelope. So there would be... If that would be the case, otherwise it could have been chopped, but like... What does that do? Gin tonic. Doesn't do anything. Pocket operator. Stop voices. There's nothing new being triggered. Is it even the right one? Like, what am I comparing this with? This is the right one now. Like, this is pretty much the only option we have. Everything else makes no fucking sense. 0 fucking sense. Why is it so sharp? I mean, that's literally the only way. Can it be like 2 sounds on, but even 2 sounds on top wouldn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, how does the original sound like? It's funny. You know what's really funny? I thought the noise was like by far the easiest sound to recreate. Turns out that was a lie. Or not a lie, but it wasn't true. Like, I don't get it. Like, how is this supposed to... Like, do we have another example of this noise thing? So what is that? What does the first hit do? So it's on top of this one as well, right? But here it's different, right? How is it like, here's a kick on top and... Seems a little bit more like a... Let's get that down. How does that look like? That has a little bit more of a downfall shape. Yeah, that looks a little bit more like what we're looking for. I could easily remake this in Serum, but like I know they didn't do it with Serum, so I want to know how they did it here. Wait, where's the track? Oh, there it is. Where's that? So it is. It doesn't seem to be that stereo. Where's the isolation strip? I have like a... There it is. Sides only. Let's hear how the sides sound like. It's not much going on the sides. Okay, so it seems like it's a mono noise. Okay, we can say that. And then we can also say noise. Well, we can, well, let's just make this louder. doesn't need a super long attack. It just needs to be like something. Unfortunately, now it's not getting triggered anymore. Yeah, it has to be this envelope. There's no other way. It's a different one. Wait. Why is that earlier? Oh yeah, it's more like... But I feel like the loop, it's like placed earlier. Like it certainly has some kind of attack, right? Where is... So this is the filtered instrumental. Where is the isolated drum here? Can we listen to that? I feel like there's too much low end in there. I don't know why. But like it seems to... Is it this one? Yeah. So this one actually says it's a lot smoother. Hmm. I'm not sure if this is actually noise. How does it look like on the vision? I mean, the noise apparently goes down to... No, this is not noise. Doesn't look like it's noise. I'm not sure if this is noise because this one just goes down to 1K and it looks fine. You can see there's more energy between 4 and 3K, which looks correct. Just looks a little bit different, but like it's fine. Actually, let me turn this up a little bit. Does it really need that? Because there's also a weird bend in here. Like the low frequencies start later. Because we can boost a little bit here. Like if we want, we can go down to 600 or something here. And then just boost. And get a little bit more low end in the sound. Like, do we even want that? Oh, interesting. You see the bend also. Wait, what? You see, if I put a straight line here. Oh, but that's a volume thing. Oh, that's why it doesn't start later. It's a volume thing. Right? Like if we... That's the map bias. No, we don't want the map bias. We want... It's just that because the lower frequencies are lower in volume, it looks like they're starting later. But they're actually not starting later. Did I change something here? Like this maybe? Oh yeah, what is the value here? So this is, what is it, 94? Okay. Wait, what? That's the same now? Okay, yeah. Yeah, so this one is definitely longer. But now it's too long. We're supposed to believe this, now everything speaks for that envelope. Okay. Kind of strange. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up soon, I think. the actual volume of that thing? It's clearly way too loud. Where is it? Drums? Per glow. Yeah, it's too long. Volume's a little bit too much. I'm sure there's more heads in there. Just not hearing them all. So is there like a shaker in there as well or not? I feel like there's maybe one here and maybe another here, but it could also be just the attack. Okay. I somehow have a feeling that like the noise shaker or something is like playing throughout the whole loop just to give it more groove, and it's like kind of hard to spot that. Just my sense, I don't know. I gotta wrap this now. All circuit did was distort the percussion loop and make the 808 pattern a little different. How do you know that? Did he like show that or anything? Because the distortion, at least most of it is coming from the microtronic. Let's see if we can like get the levels right. So the noise level is right. The percussion level is... Was it also correct? Just want to see that. It's actually a little bit louder. It's a little bit more punchy. So it seems like there's a compressor on top. And then on... I don't want to do any third-party processing because I want to make sure I get like the loop perfectly right before I do anything else. Where's the... Come on, where are you? That's the percussion low. And that is here. Okay, so this one is actually a little bit too loud. Interesting. Yeah, that's better. And I mean, that should be at 0. And if we look at... Where's the attack? Oh, now I want to have a look at it from the master. So that's like -6. Well, we're getting there. And I'll... Actually, maybe I'm gonna stream later again. Let's see. It's an 808 drum machine percussion and the snare is sidechained. He said that in a lecture. Do you have like the recording? Is there like a recording of that lecture at LAMP? It's an 808 drum machine. Like, what is an 808 drum machine percussion? Like, which of these? I'm really curious now. Let's look that up. I remember there's a video of Circuit at LAMP. How do you write it? Circuit like that? No. You write it like that. How do you write circuit? Can't write anymore. Circuit. It's like, yeah. Circuit. Daft Punk. What am I doing? My writing is like so fucked up. Okay, there's nothing there. I know there were like these LAMP. It's for student. I'll try to get it if it's not online. It's on their website. That's really interesting. Yeah, I would love to see that. I remember there was an interview. Circuit deconstructed. Daft Punk. Circuit Starboy. What can we find about that? Obviously main producers, but there are other producers like Dogmacan and Circuit. I'm pretty sure the drum pattern is all Daft Punk. The weekend pretty much said that in an interview. But what about the piano 808 and the other ambient synth sounds? Was there as well? Like, do you have to be enrolled into LAMP, or is it like an online course thing? What do we got here? So that's the online thing, probably, right? That is like the weirdest font I've ever seen. Like, that just looks like shit. That just looks like really bad, like an error. It's not very user friendly. So tuition is like 600 USD. Benny Blanco. Okay, so it's like an online course basically. And you have like live Q&A and stuff like that, okay. Okay. It's quite interesting. So, but like with enrolled, you mean like this online thing here now, because LAMP is also like a, or do they still have that, like the scholarship thing? Yeah, because that's like 50K. Yeah, I would love to see the video. It's an 808 drum machine per, and the snare is side chained to the kick. Why would you do that? The snare is sidechained to the kick, but the snare never hits at the same time with the kick. So why would you do that? Or am I wrong? So there's a snare. Oh, this, I think you're talking about this there, right? So what's happening here? So the kick is ducking the clap basically. Interesting. Yeah, there's like almost nothing you can find about these people. And then, like, I remember Max Martin and like when they had the studio in Sweden where they did like Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears stuff. they would they would just say things like, because so many producers were interested in how they make their sounds, so they just would spread rumors and like say things that are not true, just like, I don't know, just to troll people. Do we have some new stems? Actually, I want to see that quickly. Tell Danny you're a big sample pack maker and he should hook you up. Who's Danny? Is that like the guy running the lab? Like, I'm really curious if you can like if you find the video, I'm really curious to watch it. I have to go now. But like, if you can send it to my Instagram or like comment on the video here, that would be great. But you're right. He probably did sidechain the kick to the snare. It sounded like that. Okay, I'm gonna be streaming later. Maybe I can finish the loop then and get like the missing pieces together. I mean, there's like the clap and snare thing. And I think you put his email earlier. I think emails don't show up here. So I don't see anything in the chat. So if you posted an email here, then I won't be able to see it, I think. Yeah, it gets censored by YouTube. Yeah, but that would be really cool if you can like send it to me directly. I have to run now. I'm gonna be streaming later again. Really appreciate the insight, Joel. Yeah, so this was great.